Heidi ho, everybody. Everybody. Howdy ho, everybody. Well, we've made progress. It's been a really busy couple of weeks, but we plan on painting some more. Maybe I'm getting the new furniture this Sunday. We have nothing planned, so but the wall over there has been painted. The wall over there has been painted. That one's been painted. So all we need to do is that one and a little bit of the door, and that will have everything in paint. It smells of paint here now. I had my birthday at the beginning of November. Mark got me this haze for the PS3. It shows a guy with a glass helmet that is broken in a very peculiar way. It's a Ubisoft game. Well, free downloadable content. That's what we want to hear. It's campaign, single player. You can play co-op. There's drugs involved. I've never played Haze. I can remember looking at Haze and thinking, nah, this may not be the game for me. But Mark said you can also play it in third-person mode. It's a shooter, basically, and I'm not so great at them. But he had a double, so he gave it to me. He also gave me some tapes. Some tapes. Did I show these? I don't know. These are Spectrum tapes, BMX Simulator, Ghosts and Goblins, Panther. Still not mastered the art of loading tapes, but it's nice to have. But you know, I put my entire collection up in the attic, and it's still growing. That's not thanks to Mark for thinking of me, for giving me those lovely gifts. Games. That reminds me, I bought something online. I used eSnipe, and the trick is to set an amount. You know, you set one amount and you let eSnipe do all the bidding until, you know, the last moment, and then you're sure that the bidding doesn't go beyond what you want. But what I do sometimes is, you know, at the last minute check in, and I just happened to check in with 11 minutes to go, and I saw that I was outbid by like 1 cent. So I thought, you know, I'm not having that. So I increased my bid, which is not the way it's supposed to work for me, but I did, and I won it. So but I'm gonna show that when it gets here. That's like the rule. I had my birthday. Mark gave me some gifts, and I bought myself this because I didn't have it. I bought the Star Wars Complete Saga set, Blu-ray, and I did have part 4, 5, and 6 on DVD, but I never had the complete set. So, you know, Phantom Menace, no, sorry. Well, Phantom Menace, Attack of the Clones, and Return of the Jedi. I didn't have those. And there's a couple of bonus discs. So I saw someone else. Oh, was it Richard Turner who had the set as well? Exact same set. So was it Richard? I can't remember. But I thought it'd show it. It has a little sleeve. It's more like a hat. It's not a sleeve or a helmet. It had plastic around it, but I removed that because I already had a look. And then this, you know, it's like nice. I can never remember the names of these planets. But this is the planet where Luke worked on the hydro farm with his uncle. Nice. What's the name of that planet? It's not Tatooine, is it? Is it? No. Or yes, I don't know. And then it comes with this great stack of Blu-rays. Phantom Menace Part 1 with Yoda on it. I'm not going to go through all of them, but Phantom Menace, then there's Attack of the Clones, and Return of the Jedi, and then there's A New Hope, and The Empire Strikes Back, and Return of the Jedi, and then it goes on to Bonus Disc 1. Now, I have no idea what the bonus disc is. Are we still seeing this? Still with me? And then there's bonus disc 2, which I don't know what's on there either. And then there's bonus disc 3. And that's where it ends. And it comes with a nice little guide to the galaxy. Now, if you've ever played the role-playing game, which consists of 14 books, you will know that there's a guide to the galaxy there as well, which is a really fat book. So calling this guide to the galaxy, it's, you know, for a guide to the galaxy, this is extremely thin. And, you know, it's a nice little Sith Lord picture, Phantom Menace, and like this scene, Attack of the Clones, where Anakin and his little girlfriend, and then the fighting scene, you know, Obi-Wan Kenobi and the dude, Anakin, and then we come to the New Hope, yay, with Leia and Luke and Han, Yoda, Empire Strikes Back. It's what kind of a guide is this? What's this going to tell me about where I am, or where I need to go, where I find stuff? And what the hell is this? It's like a dinosaur. Han Solo looking like he needs to take a shit. Wow, wow. I can't remember this scene. Anyway, this is really a little booklet with art. Naboo, I think it was Tatooine. Certainly wasn't Coruscant. Geonosis, wow. Well, basically there's like an index in the back. The making of Star Wars. Oh, it says what's on the bonus discs. Does it? Documentaries making of Star Wars, special effects, classic creatures, anatomy of a dewback, le making of Star Wars, le making of the Star Wars. That's French. Yeah, it's nice. Now the trick is this has like a bunch of the characters of all the movies on the inside, and this this has nothing. You can't. The last DVD is stuck to the back. It's a really nice set, and I'm really happy to have it, knowing that one of the movies shall be missing soon, because that is the new movie, Part 7. And I'll be waiting to get that on Blu-ray separately. But at some point, I'm probably going to be pressured into getting the complete set with the new movie. But you know, this was pretty expensive already. But you know, I am happy to have this. Then I did something. which I'm happy to have as well. But it's, you know, I set myself a budget, but I went over with this one. I got a little box today for something that I ordered. I saw this. Daz bought it. No, I think he got it. Cojones de Loro, our good friend Daz, he showed this, and I'm not such a collector's edition collector. But this has sort of a special place because I've known this movie for such a long time. It's really well packed, by the way. And I've seen it so many times. It's got a bunch of plastic in it. Have fun with it. So I saw it. I saw Daz show it, and I sort of looked it up, and I saw one for a really good price. I thought, is that what it costs? I mean, I thought usually collector's editions are really expensive. So I tried to get it for as cheap a price as I could, which didn't completely work out the way I thought, but still, it's very well packed. But still, you know, I think I paid 35 euros for the whole thing, which is a lot. I mean, I don't like to pay that kind of money for games, but does this make me look a little bit like Soft Otaku? Like Anthony, he's like this, right? He does this. I even have a little baggie to show as well. After this, it's not even done, but this is the big thing. It's just plastic. It's just plastic. But, you know, it's the, I got it. Sorry, Daz, I don't mean to copy or anything, but I just, the Voigtkampf, like, test machine, now I can't remember what the, Harrison, it says Harrison Ford on it, Blade Runner, it's the Blade Runner set, in a little suitcasey. Is that not cool? And I was just wondering, this is the 5-disc complete collector's edition. Now, the first time that I saw this movie, a letter from Ridley Scott even, the first time that I saw this movie, I saw it with the commentary by Harrison Ford, and that has been my, I've never owned a collector's edition of anything, so I am really happy with this. Oh, that is cool. Like one of those lenticular kind of, if you move it, Harrison Ford moves. Is it two? Or is it just stuck together? What? Oh shit. Oh right, it has like magnets to keep this in. Sorry. It's a little, and to protect it, it's clamped between these two. And if you move it, Harrison Ford points his gun at the replicant. Replicant, that's the word I was looking for. Jesus. Very, very, I've never owned, and it's in very nice condition. And yes, it has like the same, it has like the police car that the scary guy drives. I'm very bad with names. I'm so sorry that I can't remember names. But it looks like these doors open, although I am afraid to force anything. They may open, then they may not. I think they open up. Oh, these are mirrors. I think they open. But if I fiddle with it, I'm gonna break it. But you know, I'm not much for toy cars, but you know. So I saw this movie with the commentary by Harrison Ford, and this is like a model of the little unicorn that the guy makes. Very good. Just to say, you know, I've been here. I could have like killed your your favorite replicant, but I didn't, and I wish you all the luck in the world. And then I bought the movie because I found the director's cut, and it didn't have the voiceover. And I thought, well, I must have bought like the wrong thing. So this is the HD DVD set, and it has a little book. And the version that I saw was like the theatrical version, the US theatrical cut, 1982, which is this one. And that had like the voiceover. And trying to find this one just in the wild is not easy. This is the Dangerous Days Making Blade Runner, so that's like a documentary, I suppose. The US theatrical cut, there's an international theatrical cut, and there's a director's cut. That's the director's cut is from 1992 without the voiceover. Then there's an enhancement archive, and there's a work print. I don't know what that is, but it's very nice. I love it. I love it, and I'm happy to. You know, I went over budget, which means I shouldn't be buying anything else from now on for the rest of the year, probably, which isn't a problem. But I wasn't planning on anything. It has a little book that comes with it, which is the final cut. I mean, there's a whole story about how and why all these extra cuts were made, and I read up on that once, but it's too much to keep in. You know, Rutger Hauer, one of the best Dutch actors ever, played a really good part in this. He's a very funny man, by the way. There's a naked lady. Oh, I'm just flipping through here. Pictures is in standard definition, inception, fabrication, longevity. This guy. You know, I don't know the characters' names. I'm sorry. You're probably all shouting at the screen now. Oh, it's this, oh, it's that, whatever. I know Leon and Pris. I know those. But this guy, I don't know. Sebastian, I know that. I know this is Leon. Pris. Prissy. Yep. Loved it. And this has like a letter from Ridley Scott, printed on the plastic flap here. It's almost impossible to read. I'd have to like put a piece of white paper behind it to read it. Blade Runner, the final cut, product of a process that began in early 2000, continued off and on for 7 years of intense research, meticulous restoration, technical challenges, amazing discoveries, and new possibilities. The film's 35mm footage was scanned at 4K resolution off the original negative. So, basically Ridley Scott gave us all a nice little present with this set. So, again, Daz, thank you for showing me that this exists. I never knew it would be this nice to have. I'm gonna hold them both of them up them, so that I can make. This is what I do to make my picture. You know, you're all a part of that now. So I bought these. Isn't that nice? Now this was a birthday present to myself. This was just something that I could get cheap, which was good. Now, the last part of my birthday present, I have a very good friend that I go thrifting with, who shall remain unnamed because she is not like part of any YouTube community. I'm not even sure that she watches this. I don't think so. But we go thrifting, and she's one of the few people. Sorry. one of the few people that I can go thrifting with, and basically it goes like this. You know, we go into a thrift store, we say goodbye to each other at the door, and then we both scoot off in our respective directions. And then we usually call each other, you know, where are you? And oh, I found this, and it's a lot of fun. So we went to a thrift store with 3 stories. Basically, it had 4,200 square meters of floor space, making it one of the largest thrift stores in Europe. And it would have been nice if they had been able to fill it with all that stuff, but they didn't, so there was almost nothing. So being a little disillusioned on the way back, we stopped in Amsterdam at 2 thrift stores. One was a complete and utter mess. Now, I've visited many thrift stores, and there's a couple in my direct vicinity that I know are worth revisiting once in a while. But I also try to project, like, you know, thrift stores in large cities or in rich environments, you know, where a lot of rich or well-known people live. You know, I try to predict, you know, that will be like a good thrift store. They'll have good stuff there. But it's almost impossible to predict. I went to a place, you know, in an area where you know, well-off people live, and we went there, but we came to a thrift store that had really old gunk there, worthless crap. But there were people who at least looked well off browsing the store. So I just didn't get that. So this time, you know, we went to the largest thrift store in the country, and you'd expect something to be there, but like they had a toy department that you take like one look at and say, well, there's nothing here. They didn't have, well, they did have a couple of video games, a couple of PS2 games, and that's it. So that was nothing. And then we went to this tiny little place in a rundown building, and it had a sign that says, well, electronics and computer stuff upstairs. So I went upstairs, and it was absolute chaos. Like some guy that worked there had like a PC hobby and just ripped apart every PC that he got in there, and it was strewn all over the place. And then, you know, I run into this, a nice little Commodore arcade stick, which I really prefer the one with 2 buttons, but you know, the 1 button one, it's still a good one. It didn't have a price tag on it, so I went, when I came to the cash register, the lady there, she didn't speak any Dutch at all, so, well, maybe 1 or 2 words, and she sort of gestured to me like, go upstairs and ask. So I went upstairs, back to the chaos place to ask, you know, what's this cost? Oh, it's from downstairs. No, it's not from downstairs, it's from here. Oh, where did you get it? Well, I got it from over there. I don't know, it's not my section. Ask over there. So I'm thinking, I'm walking here with something that nobody knows how to price. So I said to myself, it's 50 cents. So I went back downstairs to the lady, and on the way down I sort of doubled it because I thought maybe they won't buy it, you know. Maybe they don't have anything for 50 cents. So I said €1. And she said, okay, €1. And so I bought this for $1 because I said so. I love it when people don't know what they're selling. Now the next couple, I also bought, Diablo 2 there for the PC, which is in very nice condition, and I bought, this is G-Police for the PS1, but you know, at first I left it because I know the G-Police game. I've tried it a couple of times, but it's never really interested me. But then I came back to it, and it just looked so good. It just looked, and look at the manual, and this game has never been used. This has never been opened. That's what it looks like. 2-discer in perfect condition. I thought, you know, why not? And I think she's, oh, well, it doesn't look that good because the little hub is broken. But I think she charged me 40 cents for it. Awesome. She also charged me 40 cents, and this is where I got nervous because I found 2 games. And these were Atari ST games. Pipe Mania and Power Monger by Electronic Arts, and I don't even know who made this. Pipe Mania. Sucht ohne Ende. It's in German, but you know the game will still be the same. It has, you know, I checked it. It's for the Atari ST 520 and the 1040 Mega Color. It has like the copy protection sheet in it. I think it even comes with a pen. Oh yeah, look, it even comes with a pen. I think that was supposed to be in there. Anyway, with all the discs, and she charged me 40 cents for these as well. So I thought, you know, why not? Limited edition. It's 79,608. That's one of the early ones. Out of 103,000. So, that's it. That's it. I've been doing some 3D modeling in Blender and making animations with it in Unreal Engine, together with Ivo Giles. It's extremely hard to learn. It's not complex. It's just a lot of settings and stuff, but it's fun to learn. Learning is fun. So I've been doing that, in case you were wondering, which I hardly think you were. But anyway, end of the video. It's already past 20 minutes, probably 30 minutes now. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.